You know, I thought about playing Eminem's Guess Who's Back song as I entered into this video, but that'd probably be laying it on a little bit too thick. What is up, Kryptonians, and welcome back to my channel. It's been almost a month since I've done a video. I had a lot of big, important life things pop up that kind of sidetracked me, and, you know, things got really messed up, financially speaking especially, so I kind of had to put the videos to the side and focus on some more important things. Keep in mind, I have been going to the movies this whole time. I have watched quite a few of them, and I have quite a few thoughts on a lot of them, and today's video is going to be about weapons. All the other videos, all the other movies, I know that a lot of you have already seen and processed them. Maybe it's going to be old news to you, but you know, I'm part of the old news because I didn't review these movies when they came out, so just bear with me and just give me a little bit of patience as we navigate through my birthday month. Weapons is a horror movie that came out in August. It's directed by Zach Cregger. I think it's Cregger's. Could be wrong. Like, Cregger's like Preggers, or is it Krieger like eager? I'm eager to know the answer, so go ahead and put that in the comment section below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, Zach Cregger directs this movie. He also directed Barbarian. If you haven't seen that one, definitely recommend you check it out. This film stars Alden Elrond. I'm really fucking up names today. The guy who played Han Solo in the Han Solo movie. You guys know who he is. Julia Garner and Josh Brolin star in this movie. Benedict Wong also stars in this movie. This is the part of the video where I try to find things to say about the movie that other people haven't already said a month ago, but I'm gonna do my best. The direction is probably my favorite thing about this movie. There's an excellent buildup of tension in this movie. You're kind of dropped into the story. You're not really sure what happened, but you want to figure it out along with the rest of the characters in the movie. From a directing standpoint, he utilizes a lot of lingering shots, a lot of one takes, and a lot of close-ups, and a lot of scenes that perfectly utilize the use of music or the lack of music. And this movie is shot from a POV storytelling standpoint, which means that they take different perspectives of different characters and they show you those perspectives throughout the movie, and that's what I mean by POV. Not everything in the movie happens in chronological order. Like, they'll go back and they'll show you the same scene, but just from a different character's perspective. This is kind of an intriguing artifice to kind of keep you on your toes throughout the movie. It is a little clunky in spots, but for the most part, it does a great job at building intrigue around all of the characters in this story. It builds up the mystery, it builds up the intrigue. You're not really sure why you're seeing all these different viewpoints, but you want to see where they go with the viewpoints that they've chosen for you. So when you add that method of storytelling to the direction, you get one of the more suspenseful horror movies of the year that also does feel like it's one of the more unique horror movies of the year as well. Beyond that, the movie does have really good performances. Julia Garner, who knocked it out of the park as the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. She was also the best part of that Wolf movie that came out in January that was so bad that Robert Eggers basically said, "Hold my beer, I'm gonna show you a real werewolf movie." Can't wait to see that movie, by the way. It comes out next year, I think, or maybe the year after. I gotta look that up. Either way, Julia Garner is really good in this movie. I like her viewpoint. You really get more insight into her character and to why she's like one of the central viewpoints that the entire movie hinges around. You really get to see all the different sides of this really tragic event that happened. This tragic event where all these kids disappeared in the middle of the night. Nobody has any explanation why or where they went or how to find them, and you see a community that is fraying at the edges here. The movie really does capture the chaos that you can sometimes find in tragedy. The way that people react, it can impact an entire community. It can create a lot of paranoia and a lot of fear and a lot of anger and a lot of all those other complicated feelings that, you know, tragedy is associated with. The way that the cinematography really drinks in the frames of all of these shots and adds it to the creepy stuff that you see makes it one of the better shot movies of the year as well. Also, this movie is kind of weird in the sense that it is suspenseful to a certain degree, but it's also kind of hilarious. I know that doesn't make that much sense when I say it out loud, but when you watch the movie, it's undeniable, man. Some parts of the movie you're gonna be like, okay, hair is raising on the back of my neck and your nipples are getting hard. Well, okay, I don't know if people's nipples get hard when they get scared. Mine used to. I'm not entirely sure if I should have shared that actually on camera, but you know what, I'm gonna keep it in. It's been too long. I missed you guys and I know you missed me being weird. The point is, whatever happens when you get scared in a movie, your hair goes up on your arms or on the back of your neck, you feel goosebumps, you feel uncomfortable. Like, there are certain shots and certain moments in this movie that capture that. There's also certain moments of this movie that are undeniably hilarious, like moments where you're watching it and you're just kind of like, am I supposed to laugh? And then a second later, you can't help it. The end of this movie is one of the funniest things that I have seen in my entire life. I don't care if I wasn't supposed to laugh. the way that it's presented in the movie, you have to laugh. I don't know a single person that was not crying, wheezing, dying laughing at the end of this movie. And I know that you guys have all seen it, so you guys already know what I'm talking about. One of the more entertaining movies of the year for sure. A movie without flaws? Well, there's no such thing. That's why this channel exists. Did mention the non-linear thing feeling a little bit clunky. It does feel a little bit gimmicky when you step back and look at the movie as a whole. Step back from the movie, you look at how they told the story, you're kind of like, did this really need to be how they told the story? I'm not really sure. Is it impactful within the story? Like, does it change how you think about it? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you feel like, okay, this is just kind of a thing to make the movie more interesting without it actually making the movie more interesting. There's also certain contrivances and conveniences in a movie like this, a self-contained story. Those are bound to happen, of course. There's certain shots and certain imagery that when you watch the movie, you're kind of like, why was this in the movie? Is this the movie trying to be deeper than what it is? A common criticism I saw about this movie when it came out was that it's not really about anything and it doesn't really have a story, and I'm kind of like, well, I am not saying that I think the movie needed to be about something or that it needed to be some bigger, deeper thing. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that the movie feels self-contained and it feels like the stakes are different than what people expected going into it. When you actually find out the why of everything, why everything is happening, why all of it is set up this way, it does kind of feel a little anticlimactic. That doesn't mean you can't still have a great time with the movie. It just means you're gonna walk out of this movie and you're gonna be like, okay, that was it. That's what they set up. That's what all of this was for. Doesn't even really feel worth it at that point. But not me. I am personally here to tell you that I had a ball with this movie. I enjoyed it. I was entertained from start to finish. Yes, the gimmicky POV thing, but I don't really care. I still had fun watching it. Weapons was fully loaded with a fully extended clip, and I'm gonna leave this one in Superman Prime. Obviously, I'm late to the party. Did you see Weapons? What did you think about it? Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned for more videos. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.